What's going on, everyone? It's Modem31 here, and in today's video, I just kind of want to have a little chat about Respawn. In my opinion, Respawn is a great dev studio. They've given us Titanfall 1 and 2, which are two of the best FPS games ever made. And then they made the best Battle Royale game ever made, Apex Legends. They see continued success in a lot of things, but it really seems like Respawn has been under fire lately from both the Titanfall and Apex communities. I've spoken at length to the situation with Titanfall. The DDoS are running rampant, locking longtime players and content creators out of their accounts with the blacklist. It now seems to have spread to just general players, with some non-content creators getting blacklisted from their accounts as well. I mean, we've absolutely hounded Respawn to try and get some visibility and possibly get a fix applied. Applying pressure is one thing that I think we've done, as a community. I think we've done a pretty good job at that over the past few months. But we don't seem to be the only ones to be beating Respawn's door down these days. Apex Legends has had DDoSing issues as well, even though they're a very different set of problems. But you see really popular and high-ranked streamers, pros, and YouTubers speaking out on the DDoSing and cheating that is running seemingly unchecked in the Diamond Masters and Pred lobbies. I mean, I'd be pretty mad too if every time I was trying to grind out some RP in Apex Ranked, I would get kicked from lobbies and lose RP to a disconnect. So pro players such as Imperial Hal and others have been very vocal that Season 9 has been one of the worst seasons for Apex Ranked because of these cheaters. Now, Respawn has responded saying that they're going to be hiring additional staff to do manual bans, and they're also going to be working on improving their anti-cheat and speed at which they're able to ban cheaters. I'm hoping that this means they might lend some more support to Titanfall 2, but I think that's kind of just hopeful at this point, who knows. All of this just sort of makes me wonder how in the world these exploits in the Titanfall games and in Apex Legends are so pervasive. I don't have a ton of technical knowledge, but I would think that a little bit of forward thinking during these games' development cycles might have prevented a lot of the issues that we see today, including the DDoSing issues. Also, maybe having, some sort of halfway decent anti-cheat. I know that Respawn and EA did not really plan on Apex Legends being the success that it is today, and I would bet money that they use similar but updated matchmaking systems and server structures for Apex than what was used in Titanfall 2. So really, these issues should just scare the hell out of Apex players. I mean, Apex players should look back at both Titanfall 1 and 2 and see what's happening and go, uh-oh, we could be facing similar issues in the future. It's something that I never hoped to see, and I really want Titanfall 1, 2, and Apex Legends all to see the fixes that they need to rid them of DDoSers, cheaters, and all these just scumbags that plague our games. It just gets to the point where I start to wonder if these exploits are so baked into the system that Respawn uses that there is basically no way for them to patch them out without doing huge overhauls to the games, which I'm sure would just be a lot of time and money for them to do. But, maybe, I don't know, if they stop doing all these unnecessary recolors and other cosmetic garbage so that they could go full force in these cheating issues, maybe that would help. Seems like solving the cheating problem should be priority numero uno, but, what do I know? The next generation of video games coming out in the next 10 years just really need to step up their anti-cheat game. Video games are finally becoming a viable career path for a lot of people who are good enough with them, and esports are absolutely booming. It just sucks to see that, as gaming has become more and more prominent, so is cheating. I mean, you have every major title like Warzone and Destiny 2, and we've already been talking about Apex. They're all dealing with cheaters en masse, just absolutely destroying these games' multiplayer experiences. But this should all serve as a huge, huge red flag for some game developers that if there's an exploit or a bug in your game, people will find it, they will use it, they will abuse it, and they will not stop until you do something about it. It's just a constant war of attrition that I really wish wasn't a thing. Imagine the manpower that goes into combating cheaters going to something way more productive that people could enjoy, like content. But that's kind of my take on Respawn's current situation because, man, it's just a lot to see and digest right now. I really hope that they pull through for both the Titanfall and Apex communities and are able to fix both games. But for now, we wait and see, and I really want to see some action. I want to see some results. No more empty promises of, help coming as soon as possible. But what do you all think? Is Respawn going to get on top of this? Is the situation just sort of lost for Titanfall, for Apex, for both? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. If you haven't already, please consider dropping a like and hitting that sub button. It helps me out a ton. I put a ton of effort into making Titanfall content for you all, and it really is just awesome to see the support the channel gets. If you want other ways to support the channel, I've got a Patreon, merch, and more. The links are all down in the description below. But alright everyone, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.